Welcome students to the second part of chapter number 6 in geography, that is natural regions. The images used in this video are taken from different internet websites and sources. This video is presented by Ms. Gercienne Miquitta. In the previous video, we looked at the formation of natural regions across the globe. We also looked at the different types of natural regions, that is, the tundra region, the taiga region, the grassland regions, that is, steppes and prairies, and the hot desert region. Well, today we will be looking at grasslands, the Sudan type, the equatorial region, the monsoon region, the Mediterranean region, and the West European regions, along with the natural regions in the world and the natural resources found in those regions. The location and extent of the grasslands, the Sudan type, can be found between 5 degrees and 20 degrees north and south parallels in both the hemispheres. As you can see in this map, the light green color highlights the grassland of the Sudan type. It is found in the South American continent as well as the African continent. These are some locations where you find these grasslands, that is Savannah in Africa, Queensland in Australia, Llanos and Campos in South America, etc. The climate of this type of grassland is as follows. The summer temperature is around 35 degrees Celsius. The winter temperature is around 24 degrees Celsius. It has rainfall between 250 millimeters to 1000 millimeters. The climate is hot and humid during the summers and warm and dry during the winters. The natural vegetation found in this grassland is very vast and huge in this region. It has tall and thick grass, and the height of the grass goes up to 6 meters. This grass is also known as the elephant grass because of its height. The trees found in this region are rare and have umbrella shape. Some trees that are found in this region are acacia, agave, sisal, pineapple, cactus, etc. The animal life found in this grassland has a large variety. There are a large number of herbivores and carnivores found in this region. Herbivores are those animals that feed on plants, small grass, long grass, etc. Carnivores are those animals which feed on other small animals. These animals are gifted by nature as they have good speed. Their skin is colorful, that has spots or stripes. Some examples of these animals are the lion, cheetah, hyenas, wolf, zebra, giraffe, elephant, rhino, wild ox, buffalo, kangaroo, emu, etc. The human life in this region is plain and simple. The houses built are simple, made of mud walls and thatched roof. Thatched roof are those roofs that are covered with hay or dried grass. They are without windows. They are short in height and their dome is shaped huts called kraals. Hunting and rearing animals are main occupations. Some examples of these tribes are the Zulu tribe, the Hausa tribe, and the Maasai tribe. One can find the equatorial region between 5 degrees north and 5 degrees south of the equator. The places that come under this region are Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, Congo Basin, the Amazon Basin, etc. The climate of the equatorial region during the summer falls up to 30 degrees Celsius. The annual rainfall is between 2,500 millimeters to 3,000 millimeters. There is high heat and rainfall throughout the year. Due to the hot and humid climate, vegetal litter decomposes, leading to different diseases. The meaning of vegetal litter basically is dry leaves, dead plants, soil that fall on the ground. In the equatorial region, one can find dense evergreen forests. There are variety of trees and bushes. One can also find swampy land. Swampy land is a land that is always very wet. There are tall hardwooded trees. These trees especially have broad leaves. They are evergreen trees. Examples of these trees are the mahogany tree, the greenheart tree, the rosewood tree, ebony tree, etc. These are some of the examples of trees that are found in this equatorial region. The animal life found in this region has great diversity. In marshy lands, you can find crocodiles, anaconda, hippopotamus, etc. Marshy land basically means a low wet soft land that is temporarily or permanently covered with water. Some examples of these animals and birds found in that region are the chimpanzee, gorilla, hornbills, etc. Poisonous insects such as the tsetse fly is also found. There are a few human settlements found in that region as well. The human life is dependent on nature. Population mostly belongs to different tribes. There are houses that are built on trees. The different tribes that are found are the Pygmies in Africa, Boro Indians, Semang, etc. The natural regions also are divided into the monsoon, the Mediterranean, and the West European regions. While the monsoon and West European regions stand out because of specific winds blowing there. The Mediterranean region is known for its rainfalls in winters. The topic we are going to talk about is the monsoon region. The monsoon region falls north and south of the equator between 10 degrees and 30 degrees north and south parallels of latitude. The areas that come under the monsoon region are the Indian subcontinent, the Philippines, West Indies, North Australia, Eastern Africa, Central America, etc. The climate of these monsoon region. The summer temperature falls between 27 degrees and 32 degrees Celsius. Winter temperatures fall between 15 degrees Celsius to 24 degrees Celsius. Rainfall in that area is between 250 millimeters to 2500 millimeters. Areas get rain in specific seasons from southwest monsoon. Rainfall is highly variable and distributions is quite uneven. One finds semi-evergreen and deciduous forests in the monsoon regions. Vegetation depends on the distribution of rainfall. Some examples of trees found in the monsoon region are the banyan tree, the peepal tree, teak, sal, shisham, sandalwood, cinchona, bamboo tree, acacia, shrubs, grasses, etc. The animal life found in the monsoon regions is very huge and extensive. Wild animals like tigers, lions, leopards, cheetahs, elephants, wolves, bears, monkeys, snakes, peacocks, cuckoos, etc. are found. People also domesticate animals such as goat, horses, etc. The human life in the monsoon region is different. Large numbers of small hamlets, considerable difference in diet and costumes. The population is mostly involved in primary occupation, that is, agriculture. The next region we are going to talk about is the Mediterranean region. The Mediterranean region extends between 30 degrees and 40 degrees parallels of latitude in both the hemispheres on the western side of the continents. The Mediterranean region comes under Portugal, Spain, Algeria, Turkey, California, central Chile, southwestern and northeastern Australia, etc. As you can see, it is marked on this map. The climate of the Mediterranean region is as follows. The summer is dry and there is rainfalls in the winter. The mean summer temperature is between 21 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius. The winter temperature is between 10 degrees Celsius to 14 degrees Celsius. The mean annual rainfall is between 500 millimeters to 1000 millimeters, and it rains during the winters. The natural vegetation in the Mediterranean region is different. One can find thick, small, and oily leaves. One can also find thick bark trees, for example, the olive tree, the oak tree, and the chestnut tree. Grass grows in low rainfall regions. One can also find coniferous forests in mountainous regions. One can find domesticated animals in the Mediterranean region. Due to animal husbandry, domesticated animals are found in large numbers. These animals include goat, sheep, cows, mules, horses, etc. Mule is an animal which is created by a donkey and a horse. It's a combination of a donkey and a horse. The human life found in the Mediterranean region is said to be a seat of Greek and Roman civilizations. The main occupation there is agriculture. There are mostly fruits and flower cultivation done. Wheat and wheat products form the staple diet. Their staple diet means what they use daily in eating. As well as many people there wear colorful costumes. The next region we are going to talk about is the West European regions. This region is located in the western parts of the continents between 45° and 65° north and south parallels of latitude. The West European regions can be found in Norway, Denmark, British Columbia, South Chile, New Zealand, etc. The climatic conditions of the West European regions are as follows. The mean summer temperature is around 20 degrees Celsius. The mean winter temperature is around 5 degrees Celsius. The mean rainfall is between 500 millimeters to 2500 millimeters. Rainfall mostly in the form of cyclones associated with the westerlies. It rains throughout the year. The climate is very mild. Well, the natural vegetation found in the West European region is as follows. One finds green grasses all the year. Trees shed their leaves in winter. Coniferous trees and short grasses are found. One also finds oak tree, beech tree, maple tree, elm tree, pine tree, spruce, poplar, etc. One can find animal husbandry in the West European regions. Because of animal husbandry, domesticated animals are found in large numbers. Wild animals are also found in the West European regions. These animals include wolves, foxes, bears, etc. The human life of the West European region is as follows. One can find many industrious and enthusiastic people. There have been many sailors and explorers from the West European regions. They mostly use woolen clothing and they have achieved progress in secondary and tertiary sector. Your secondary and tertiary sector include many industries. This figure is taken from page number 35 of your textbooks, figure 6.1. Let's answer some of the questions given in your textbooks through this figure. The first question is, which natural regions are found in India? Well, there is only one natural region that is found in India, that is the monsoon region. The second question is, which continent comprises a major portion of the hot desert type of region? That is the African continent. The third question is, which continent has the highest diversity in terms of natural region? That is the Asia continent, as you can see in this figure. The next question is, why are there fewer natural regions in the southern hemisphere than those in the northern hemisphere? Well, the answer is because the land in the southern hemisphere is less and have only in two temperate zones. Thus, there are fewer natural regions in the southern hemisphere than those in the northern hemisphere. The next question is, which natural region occupies the largest area in the world? That is the taiga region. The next question is, where else do we find conditions similar to the continents of Antarctica? The answer to that is Greenland. And the last question is, throughout which natural region does the prime meridian pass? Well, that is the hot desert region, the Mediterranean type of climate, taiga, and the West European type of natural region. As one travels from the equator to the poles, the spectrum of biodiversity narrows down. The meaning of spectrum is range. So the range of biodiversity narrows down. This leads to the issue of the availability of natural resources. This also affects human occupations. In the monsoon regions, agriculture forms the main occupation of the people. In the equatorial region, occupations like gathering of gum, honey, rubber, etc. are all based on forest produce. Taiga is a softwood forest. Therefore, lumbering is the main occupation there. Lumbering basically means obtaining timber from the trees. In the tundra regions, the main occupation is hunting and fishing. Farming is undertaken in grasslands these days. There is significant differences in the environment and available resources in different natural regions. The use of resources is dependent on that region's progress in science and technology. Similarly, the history and cultural organization of that place also affects the life of the people living there. Well, students, let's have a quick recap of what we learned in this video. We looked at grasslands, the Sudan type. We looked at where these grasslands are formed, the type of climate it has, and the different natural vegetations that is grown, the animal life and human life found in grasslands, that is the Sudan type. The next region we talked about is the equatorial region. We also looked at between what range on the equator does this region falls. We also looked at the different animals and birds living in that region, as well as the human settlements that have been living in that region for very long. The next thing we looked at is the monsoon region, the Mediterranean region, and the West European region in the world. The monsoon region includes regions that have vast amount of rainfall. The Mediterranean region is known for rainfall during the winters. And the West European region, we spoke about how it is related to having mild climate, not very hot, neither very cold climate. It's in the between. We also looked at the natural regions of the world and how it affects the life of people living in that particular region. Thank you, students. Hope you enjoyed this video.